Hello and welcome back, everyone. Scootsy16 here with another episode of the Chem Lock League, and we are approaching the halfway point of the season. Tundras are sitting 5-2. We had a big win against a big opponent, the Cutters, in the division. We knock them off 9-2. Had a huge outing from Shiso, and we get the big win. Next time out, it's going to be War Wagons versus Tundras, and Dickerson will come out to the mound for us. Jefferson Larson, a former all-star starter for the War Wagons, will come out to the mound. Not having a great start to his season, but as you can see, he's added K Collector to his traits, and he will be, I think, a pretty tough opponent for us. So let's get the lineup set, make sure we're all good to go before we head out to the ballpark. And we're going to have, I think I already rearranged things a little bit. So this one's going to be a bit of a scary decision for us in a couple of spots. So we'll lead off with Price, of course, as always. I'm going to keep locked in Peyton Wade in the number 2 spot, followed by Hamza Barron in the number 3 spot. Dozen rolls. He's in a good spot. We're going to keep him in the lineup, sitting in the number 4 place. We'll have Baldwin at number 5. He is going to be at third base today, meaning Hadassah Arias is going to be in left. We'll have Yusuf Brady shortstop today, Doyle Grayweather in DH, and Pop Ware will be your right fielder. So I'm a bit nervous about the squad today, especially defensively in left field with Arias being out there. Could be a bit of a liability, but Zeke Price is definitely going to have to get on his horse to help cover some ground out there. We'll see how he does. This is an away game, so we're heading to the War Wagons, and I cannot remember where they play, so we'll see how they do. So out to the ballpark we go, to the Motor Yard. That's right. That was what I intentionally did for this team. A couple of locked-in players, a couple of tense players for the War Wagons. Hopefully it stays that way for the tense players. And Jefferson Larson heading out to the mound for the War Wagons. Zeke Price steps up to the plate. They never played on the same team, although we had Jefferson Larson for a very brief hot minute back in Season 1. We'll see what Zeke does here. He takes a strike. 5 pitches for Larson, and he uses the curveball, but it's too low. Fastball sent to deep right center field, carrying, but it's going to die out there. Wheat Powell, despite being tense, still able to track that one down. Peyton Wade, just recently acquired due to a random ARC event, Tier 3 easy target. He is locked in here, but I am nervous about this as he swings at the curveball and fouls it off. That one's a late swing, and he fouls that one off too, so K Collector activates for Larson. And a base hit up the middle, so it doesn't matter for Wade, as he's going to be able to make some good contact there and put a runner on base with 1 out for Hamza Barron, who is also locked in. Batting .476 on the season after a slow start. 5 home runs, 12 RBIs. A lot of that coming in the last few games. Fouls the first pitch off. See if we can get ahead of, a high pitch, but he's early. And that's going to go foul, and that had the home run distance. K Collector activates, 0-2 count. Barron swings at a high pitch and fouls it off, staying alive. Takes the ball too high. Larson tries to get him to chase, and he doesn't. This one he chases. It's popped up into foul territory, and it's going to land foul. Neither of the runner or the fielders could get to that one in time. Barron fouls another one off. Good battle there. For a Tier 2 workhorse, you want to take advantage of getting as many pitches thrown from him as possible. Another high pitch, and it's fouled straight back. He's just missing this one. Ball in the dirt. Good eye from Barron. 2-2 count. Looping curveball is too high and fouled off. Oh, how did that miss? It's full. Man, I got frozen there for a second. Ball 4. Holy moly, Barron works the walk after going 0-2. And that'll bring up Dozen Rolls, who will have Tier 3 RBI Hero activated. He's only has a 235 average, but he seems to have come through quite a few times this year in RBI situations. Diving play from Jackson Pugh. The only spot is first base. He gets the out there, but both runners advance. Puts us in a spot with 2 in scoring position for Ruben Baldwin, batting .353 on the season with no home runs and 3 RBIs. Pulls this one down the left field line, tailing it. Looks like it's going to go just foul. That one had the home run distance as well. But early, takes the ball low. Larson in a bit of trouble, over 20 pitches here in the first inning. Fouls another one off, so K Collector activates once again. Ball misses just outside. The ump is squeezing this zone, and Baldwin comes through. Base hit up the middle, rounding second and rounding third, and heading home is Barron. It's a 2-run single for Baldwin. Larson loses mojo. We take a 2-0 lead in the top of the first, and Hadassah Arias, who has gone a little bit of a heater here over the last couple of games, comes up batting .333. No home runs, 1 RBI. Takes a first pitch strike. Ball misses low. Good eye from Arias. The strike catches the bottom of the zone, and tough out will activate, as will K Collector. Arias takes a ball low. Good eye. She'll swing at one off the end of the bat. It's going to be to Pugh up the middle, and that'll end the inning. But Baldwin comes through with a huge RBI single, 2-run score, and we get the lead right out of the gate. So Zeke Dickerson will come up with a little bit of support from the offense. Now we'll see how quickly he can shut down the War Wagon offense. Jussie Lupton will come up, batting .286 on the season, no home runs, 2 RBIs. And he has Tier 1 stealer if he reaches base. Decent all-around attributes. 1-2 count, and grounder right in front of the plate. Dozer gets it in fair territory. There's out number 1. Narciso Raul will come up. Tier 2 first pitch, Prayer. We'll dock his attributes for a moment here. And it's popped up. Prayer is not answered as Baldwin stands right in foul territory there. Out number 2. And here comes Weston Eel. Eel, if I'm not mistaken, is a no, he's not an all-star. I, for some reason, thought he had made it to at least one all-star before. Or one all-star game before. Nice pitch there as it catches a corner 0-2. Won't chase low. Eel locked in, batting .273 with 3 home runs this season. He almost gets hit in the knee. It jumps out of the way. Dickerson will get the strikeout to end the inning. So it's 1-2-3. Eel loses his mojo down to neutral. And we go to the top of the second. 7-8-9 for the Tundras due up. I'm going to take my hoodie off real quick. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Hopefully it wasn't too loud. Brady, batting .313, has had a few moments that he's come through for us, finding his way on base. K Collector activates on the 0-2. Ball misses low. Larson got his mojo back at the end of that last inning, but gave up 2 runs.
Nope, that's high.
Ball 2 misses high, 2-2, and Brady will take a ball outside. Full count. Pulled into the left field corner. This could stay fair, and I thought it picked up some chalk, but they call it a foul ball. And then Brady takes strike 3. Just missed a double, turns into an out just like that. Tough at-bat for Brady. Now here comes Doyle Grayweather. His first outing last time did not go so well. Hoping for a better outcome this time with Tier 3 power versus righties recently added to his trait collection here. Exploring an opportunity to get his first hit of his career. K Collector activates on the 1-2. Grayweather, he got the pitch he wanted, but just right through it. Swings through strike 3, and that's 2 strikeouts for Larson here in the second inning. Big bounce back after that tough first. We'll see what happens with Pop Ware. Oh, Pop Ware! Dead center field. That's going to get off the Enigma. How do you pronounce that? Enigma sign goes .458, his second home run in 2 games. He gets the mojo boost finally. And his 4th RBI. We make it a 3-0 ball game. The solo shot from Pop Ware. You heard the pop off the bat there. And Larson's back to tense again. Zeke Price. He's going to foul off the first pitch. Takes strike 2. K Collector will activate again. Over 45 pitches here for Larson already. Ball misses inside. Zeke pops off at the end of the bat. This one is going to hang up. In the corner is Lupton for out number 3. That ends the inning, but a home run from Pop Ware at the bottom of the lineup gets him into locked-in mojo for the first time with the team. He has gotten on a bit of a hot streak in the last couple of games. Probably the scariest hitter in the lineup is Harold Simpson. He is a former All-Star. I'll take a look at that. He's batting .619 right now, which I think is best in the league. Simpson fouls off here, 1-2 count. And he chases high. Harold Simpson misses. on that strike 3 swinging, and he's down on strikes. He was a all-star back in Season 1 for the Woodsmiths, and then in Season 2 for the Firebirds, but he has not returned since. So it looks like he's on pace for an all-star season this year. We'll see if that holds up. 1-2 count, and Pugh, who's batting .455, will foul off. A slow grounder to Brady at short. He scoops and tosses, and that's out number 2. Dickerson gets a mojo boost to face off against Pavlova Harrison. Batting .389, no home runs, 3 RBIs, has Tier 1 mind gamer. Dickerson won't really feel the effects of that as it puts him right back at normal. And after a strike, a loud foul down the right field line, and it's quickly 0-2. Harrison takes a ball inside, doesn't even flinch. And she swings at this one in on her hands. It dribbles in front of the plate once again. And dozen rolls with a nice play, ends the inning. So it's another quiet inning for the War Wagon offense. And we go 2-3-4, starting with Peyton Wade, who had a base hit. He's still locked in. And it started the first inning rally. Again, Tier 3, easy target activated. So big boost to accuracy for Larson, and it helps him out here as McUtters makes the play for out number 1. So Barron comes up with nobody on. He fell behind 0-2 before working a long at-bat into a walk. He's still locked in. Ball misses inside on the curve. 50th pitch from Larson is fouled off. High pitch swung at, but early. Fastball at the top of the zone. It's fouled off. Hay collector activates on the 1-2. Barron gets a high pitch off the end of the bat, slooped into left field, but it's going to hang up for Eel. 2 down as the Larson's able to take care of the heart of our order. Dozen rolls comes up. He was able to advance the runners last time, and here is a quiet dribbler in front of the plate. And nothing happening in the third as we go 2-3-4, and nothing goes down for the Tundra offense. So we go to the bottom of the inning. It'll go 7-8-9, starting with Gander McUtters. We all know she is a Tundra killer, batting .091 with no home runs and 2 RBIs. She starts things off with a ball. Strike catches the corner. Has Tier 2 whiffer if she does drop in the count 2 strikes. She fouls off here, so whiffer will activate. Ball misses low, and it's full. And swings through strike 3. Another strikeout for Dickerson, and McUtters goes down. Weed Powell will come up tenths, batting .182, no home runs, 1 RBI. The number 8 hitter in the order. We'll take strike 1 at the bottom of the zone. Ball misses. Won't offer at the pitch at the top of the zone. Dickerson still locked in. Chasing high now, 3-1. Powell takes strike 2, and it's full. And there's strike 3 late on the 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Some fire off of the ball as that one left the hands of Dickerson. And that's another strikeout. I've lost track of how many he's had so far today. And number 9 hitter will immediately ground to third. Easy play for Baldwin. 1-2-3 in the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Halfway through this ball game, it is 3-0 Tundras. 3 runs on 3 hits, and Baldwin, who came up with the big hit back in the first inning, will come up with nobody on. 1 for 1 with the 2-run single. Batting .389 now, as Larson will come out for another inning. 55th pitch here, and it's bounced off the glove of what I think was Powell, and McUtters won't be able to make the play as Baldwin reaches for the second time. We'll see, that is considered an error. I don't remember who the third baseman is, but I think he just lost the mojo, took a mojo drop. Decent speed over at first, and Adasa Arias to deep left field. It's carrying at the warning track. It's going to die as Weston Neal hauls it in, and Baldwin heads back to first base. Arias just missed a big home run there, and she got underneath it just a little too much. So 1 out. Brady tense after the last strikeout, hoping he can get his mojo back here pretty quickly. He takes strike 1. Baldwin back at first as they check on the runner. Infield a double play depth with 1 down. Brady takes a ball low. And a strike catches the bottom of the zone. Larson trying to salvage his outing here as the ball misses outside. 2-2 count. Brady takes ball 3. Full count now. And he swings at a pitch at the bottom of the zone. Raul to McUtters. Over to Larson covering the first base bag, and a double play ends it. So good pitching from Jefferson Larson as he gets a clean fourth inning, cleaning up the issues from the third baseman making the error. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Lupton will lead things off. 0 for 1 today. First pitch swinging, lofted into center field, but it's going to die out there as Price will haul that in. Doesn't look like the ball's carrying much, as Pop Ware had the home run earlier, but that one was a no-doubt shot. It had all barrel there. Raul, first pitch prayer. He popped up in third in foul territory last time. He takes 2 balls, checks, and then holds on ball 3. Strike catches the corner. Dickerson still locked in. This one's lofted into left field. Chasing after this is Arias. It's in foul territory, and she drops the foul ball. Oh, that should have been an out. And a ground ball up the middle, and it's going to get through. You've got to be shitting me. The no-hitter is gone because Adasa Arias in left field drops a fly ball. Runner on first. 1 out for Weston Neal, tier 2 low pitch, and they'll take a slider for strike 1. Dickerson still locked in. A liner, diving play from Brady. If that doesn't get his mojo back, I don't know what will. It doesn't look like it did, but that's out number 2. Would have had us out of the inning if Arias makes that play. But now Harold Simpson will come up 0 for 1, still locked in. Struck out last time. Dickerson starts with a fastball high and away. Slider will tail way out of the zone. Not even a competitive pitch there. Long pause from Dickerson. And Harold balks at that ball low and away. Oh, and then he pulls the screwball deep left field. And that is going to get out of here. It lands in the War Wagon bullpen. And this is a brand new ball game here. They're not tied it up yet, but they are only down by 1. As Harold Simpson capitalizes on, I don't think that was, it was an error from Arias. We should have been out of the inning with a scoreless game and a no-hitter still intact. Instead, Dickerson's back to neutral mojo, and it's a 3-2 ball game with Jackson Pugh up. Number 5 hitter trying to tie this ball game up. He fouls that one off. Pulls one foul again, and it's quickly 1-2. Off the end of the bat, into right field, and it lands in front of Pop Ware. 3 straight batters reaching base for the War Wagon. It's actually 2 straight batters reaching base after the error. We had the diving play from Brady, and now Pavlova Harrison with great speed over at first base. Ball in the dirt, good block from Ren Dozen rolls. This one sent to center field. Should end the inning. Bryce hauls that in, and the inning ends. But Harold Simpson, with his hot start to his season, stays hot after the strikeout in his first at-bat. He reconciles with that. The 2-run shot makes it a 3-2 ball game. We go to the top of the 5th. We'll start with the 8-hitter Doyle Grayweather, still seeking his first hit. He struck out last time. Swings on a pitch out of the zone. K-Collector activates for Larson. Boy, I don't know what's going on with Grayweather, but he just does not have it. Strikeout on 3 pitches for Larson. 1 down, and Pop Ware will come up. He blasted one to dead center field last time. His average now up to .304. 2 home runs on the season. All coming in the last 2 games, if I'm not mistaken. And Noodle Arm will allow... Oh, man, I really thought that that Pop would have been able to leg that out. But instead, it's out number 2 on the slow grounder and popped back to neutral mojo. Price... 0 for 2 today. Clutch is activated at tier 3. We do need, I think, a little bit more insurance here as Larson's about to throw his 70th pitch. 0-2 count and a base hit up the middle, so Zeke will reach base. With 2 down, it'll bring us to Peyton Wade. Peyton grounded out last time, if I'm not mistaken. He's still locked in. 1 for 2. Max pressure now, so we're going to see the speed from Zeke Price at first base. Marker Foundwood will come up. Tier 3 easy target helping him out. And they pick off Zeke. Runs on the first pitch. Good read from Foundwood as he also finds runner stranded in between first and second to end the inning. So we can't add the insurance there. Wade will start the next inning for us. It's 3-2 to the bottom of the 5th we go, and we're immediately going to go to the bullpen to start the bottom of the 5th. Quincy Healthy will come in to pitch with Tier 3 clutch activated. We also put Pecorino in left field, the better defender for Arias. I'm fine with that. Ball misses high, 2-1 count. Quincy near at full stamina. He had the last game off. Whiffer will activate for McUtters, still tense. As she takes strike 3, it went right down the middle. And Quincy Healthy gave her the challenge. She could not follow through. She couldn't meet the challenge, at least. And it wasn't Wheat Powell at third base. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I can't remember who it was. He's still tense. He falls behind 0-2 here. Still high pressure. Ball misses just on the edge of the plate. Ball misses just below the plate. 2-2 count. Powell will take ball 3. Come on. And there's the curveball. Strike 3 swinging. Powell goes down. Nice pitch from Quincy Healthy. With 2 outs, Frank Winkleson. He's the third baseman with Tier 2 noodle arm. He gets replaced by Spry Hutchinson with Tier 1 rally starter activated. So a slight boost to the contact rating here. Strike 1 taken. Ball low and away, or low and in, excuse me. Slider catches the corner. 1-2 count. Quincy trying to put him away. And a dribbler in front of the plate. Third time today. Dozen rolls will make an easy play to first. That ends the inning. So great pitching from Quincy Healthy. The 6th is going to be our biggest challenge as we're going to go into the bottom of the inning with the number 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up. We need some insurance here, starting with our 2, 3, 4 hitters. Spry Hutchinson gets replaced by Oakley Leach at third base. And Peyton Wade will have the Tier 3 easy target trait as he fouls one off. It's a 1-1 count. Poundwood still in there. He didn't even throw a pitch in the last inning. And a slow grounder to third. Leach will make the play. Secondary position with Loodle arm, but he doesn't have it activate there. And Wade will drop to neutral mojo. Hamza Barron 0-for-1 with a walk. Locked in still. We would love to see a shot out of the park here. Ball misses in. High pitch is fouled straight back. High pitch fouled off again. 1-2 count. Ball misses just in on the fork. Ball misses high. Full count here to Barron. And he chases, but he fouls it off. Stays alive. Hamza gets a high pitch. Sends it to deep left field. That's a no-doubt shot. Off the Gasbro sign. Can read that one. Hamza Barrett, his 6th home run of the season. We're at the halfway point, by the way, and he already has 6 home runs. He's now on fire. That one goes 441. 13th RBI of the season. It's 4-2. And run dozen rolls. Let's not be done here. Get on base here. 0-for-2. 211 average. He fouls off the first pitch early on the fastball. Fastball low. Throwing 97 on the gun here is all day, or all wood. And a grounder to short. Nice play from McUtters. And 2 down for Ruben Baldwin, who's 1-for-2. Had the 2-run single back in the first inning. Strike 1 swinging, pulled foul here. He's down 0-2. And Marker Foundwood will get the strikeout to end the inning, but he gives up the home run to Hamza Barron. By the way, that high pitch trait, it is lethal. If any of you sim, look at getting those discipline traits. I think they're my favorite. We really haven't seen Zeke Price take advantage of his fastball hitter trait, but man, high pitch right now is Hamza Barron's bread and butter. It's 4-2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. We start with Lupton. I think he's 0-for-2 intense. 0-2 count here, and he won't offer at the pitch out of the zone. Slider misses low and in. It's 2-2. And Lupton will swing through strike 3. Another strikeout for Quincy Healthy. He's pumped now. Let's close this one out, Quincy. Raul comes up 1-for-2 with a single. Tier 2 first pitch prayer. Clutch activated at with a high pressure situation. First pitch swinging, fouled off. Over 20 pitches here for Quincy. This one skied into deep center field, left center, and it is going to hold up here for Zeke. There's 2. Last chance for the War Wagons. It's West and Eel 0-for-2. has tier 2 low pitch, so you have to be careful with those breaking balls. We're now in max pressure, and Quincy is locked in. First pitch, strike 1. The slider catches the corner. Chase is out of the zone. 0-2 count. Quincy will get the foul ball. Still 0-2. Liner to Baldwin ends the ball game. We could have done it. We could have gotten out of this game with a potential no-hitter. At the very least, we could have avoided any run scoring. The 2-run homer by Simpson, the only action for the War Wagons today, and it was all because of that error from Hadassah Arias in left field. We learned our lesson. Luckily, it didn't hurt us in the long run. We win 4-2. Both teams with an error. 4 runs on 5 hits for the Tundras, 2 runs on 3 hits for the War Wagons. Feels good to get to this point in the season and only have 2 losses. Should really only be 1, but we won't get into that. Offense for the War Wagons, only 3 hits total. 1 from Raul, 1 from Pugh, and then the 2-run homer for Simpson. Raul scores on that one. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. 7 strikeouts for the War Wagons offense. On the other side, Zeke had a 1-for-3 day. Peyton had a 1-for-3 day and a run scored. Hamza Barron had that late home run for insurance. He also walked once and scored twice. Baldwin with the huge 2-run single back in the first inning, and that was truly the difference maker in this ball game. We also got the insurance run from Pop Ware's homer there in the middle innings. So love to see that. And pitching wise, Larson's going to get the loss. He did go 4 2/3. He also got 3 strikeouts, but gave up a home run, 3 total earned runs. He walked 1 and allowed 4 hits. Dickerson gets the win. Goes 4 innings, 3 hits allowed, including a home run, but it was, wow, that's crazy. So because we could have gotten out of that inning without any errors, get out of the inning without any runs allowed, if that error didn't occur, the earned runs don't count for Dickerson. Kind of a weird little setup there, but 3 hits, 1 being a home run, no earned runs allowed, but 2 runs allowed, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Quincy gets this save, his 3rd of the season. He goes 2 innings and he does not allow a runner to reach. He also strikes out 3. So he's looking back to his normal self. That's just what happens when you get regular rest, right? So Barron, Simpson, Dickerson are your top 3, and the Tundras are now 6-2. Past the halfway point now. We'll take a look at a few things here before we finish this episode. But let's go ahead and drop Brady here. He's just much older and not likely to be a core piece. Not that he's done anything wrong, but definitely feel like that's the route I should go. I'm also going to have to go with Jackman here. He pitched a lot better in his last game, but Ren dozen rolls. We need his defense behind the plate, and that RBI hero trade has come through multiple times. Jackwood, we have to work on getting that loyalty back for you. All right. Last one, between Shiso and Doherty. Doherty is much older, not likely to be a future piece of this team. Shiso's been pitching really well, and I think he's only 27. He is. So I'd like to keep him around. He seems like he'd be more of a core piece or a piece that would be in our future as well. We'll sim ahead to our next game. We are 1 game behind the Rakers. We now have a 13 run differential compared to their 19 run differential. And we have the second best record in all of the Chem Lock League across the entire league. Second best record and tied for second best run differential. So the team is looking really good. I think our depth is a little shaky, but we have such a talented team that I think that it's at the top. I think it's worth what we're going through here. So before we get into this game between the Heaters and the Tundras, who are sitting at 5-3, and Nova Conley will be coming to the mound to face off against our Alex Doherty. Let's take a look at what happened since the game ended. So Josue Shiso with a chance to gain clutch. I would love that. Olivia Bridges just gained 5 fielding on her own. We love that. Popware with a chance to gain some power. I might do that one. Zeke Dickerson with a chance to gain K Collector. It'll only be at tier 1. He's already got a lot of velocity, and his accuracy is already really low, so I don't know if I'll do that. But I'll peek at it in just a second. And then the development for Hamza Barron to gain some fielding. Oh, God, he's 31, but I still think it might be a good idea to do that. let's check out development here first. So we're not doing this one for Doherty. I don't think I should. She's 37. I really shouldn't. This one for Dickerson. He has 79 velocity. Don't think that I should drop his accuracy, and the K collector would only be +8, which is nice. But I don't think it's worth it, and he's 30. This one for Zeke, we're not going to drop contact, and we're not going to risk losing clutch. And then Hamza Barron here, fielding. He's at 72, so I don't necessarily think we need to spend this money. And lastly, this one for Popware. I will do this one. I think this one's fine to pay for. And he's 27, so it's not like it's a waste. Let's get 3, chance for 5 more. We don't get that one, unfortunately. He's up to 77 power. And this one for Shiso. Gain some junk and a chance to gain clutch. I'll do it. Would be nice to get him a trait, especially when that's at tier 3. And he won't get it, unfortunately. All right, well, 1 junk for him, and that's it. But the 2 pitchers at the bottom of our rotation have been incredibly impressive. And actually, the only 2 losses we have this season were with Jackman, the rookie, on the mound. Although I'm not going to hold his feet too hard to the fire because he pitched much better in that second game. He just didn't get any run support. So speaking of that, we're at the halfway point of the season. Let's start with the league leaders. Let's take a look at how the league looks, and I think we can imagine that Hamza Barron has to be in the top 10, if not the best hitter in the league right now, right? And he's number 1 in the top 10. I think that's fair and very justified. Harold Simpson right behind him. You'll see Pat Mays. Pat might be a rookie. Let me peek really quick. The name sounds familiar. Yeah, he is a 30-year-old A- rookie for the Swordfish, and he is having a great season, looking to be the heavy favorite for Rookie of the Year. Brooklyn Buchanan for the Firebirds, Rodney Check, Vern McCoy. Let me see if there's anybody else that is in here. I know Brooklyn Buchanan has been here for a while. Rodney Check doesn't sound familiar. Nope. Vern McCoy is a pitcher. Nope. Brock Kramer, kind of happy for him for having a good season, but also kind of mad at him because he didn't produce that well for us. Thomas Campbell from the Foresters. Raphael Ellison. Kind of crazy that he's up here after having a rough game against us earlier. And then Elise Bird for the Rushes. So fun to see Hamza Barron at the top of the list here. I don't know if he'll be able to keep up that pace throughout the whole season, but would be incredible if he did. So he's at 6 home runs, top of the list right now. He's also in the top 10 for batting average, along with Zeke Price. Has 13 RBIs. That's the league lead. And look, right behind him are both Port Guevara at 9 and Brock Kramer at 9. So, and Amos Get-Wrecked with 7 down there. He also has 3 home runs. Of course, he's having a good season. Yeah, it was bad last year. He's actually looking like he finally figured some things out. Good for him, I guess. He better not do anything against us in this next game. I'm going to be mad if he does. All right, so Barron and Zeke for on base, Barron and Wade for slugging, and then Barron the top of the OPS category there by a wide margin. Zeke and Hamza both have 11 hits. Hamza Barron with 7 extra base hits, including 6 home runs there. Nobody in strikeouts, thank goodness. Zeke and Hamza with 8 runs scored. Wade with 7. Not really a stolen base kind of team, but yeah, that's fine with me. Quincy Healthy with 3 saves leads the league. Nobody in ERA or in wins. That might change by later in the season here. Hopefully it will. Stip Bottom with strikeouts per 9 in the top 10. Shiso, Dickerson, and Quincy and Healthy all with no walks allowed. Shiso and Dickerson in the strikeouts per walk category as well. So that's really awesome to see. Let's take a look at the team stats and see where we're at. Also checking time really quick. Okay, we're good. All right, so hitting wise, Zeke I don't know how to feel about him right now. He has been getting on base. 500 on base percentage is amazing, right? 11 hits. All 11 are singles. What do we say about that? He's struck out only twice, which is good. He did get caught stealing in that last game. I don't remember where he had an error. Might have been an errant throw that wasn't really an errant throw. I don't remember, but Zeke, he just needs to, in the second half, get the slugging up. He needs to get the slugging up. He can't just be a base hit. Now, good news is he has been setting the table really well. 8 runs scored, and getting on base 13 total times is really good to score that many times. So we'll take it. Peyton Wade, I'm worried about his back half after the easy target trait being added, as you saw what kind of impact that had in the last game, but he's been hitting really well. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. I'll absolutely take it. Of course, we're not going to say anything more about Hamza Barron. 3 of those strikeouts came in the first game, so he struck out only twice in the last 7 games. I'll take it. Ren dozen rolls. His hitting is spotty. His defense is incredible. He's only struck out twice. He has walked twice. He had a double and a home run. And I think he's doing okay. Not the most impressive hitter, but I think he's doing enough for us that I'm happy with him. Ruben Baldwin, 7 hits here. 1 was a double. Scored twice, 5 RBIs. He's been doing pretty well. I've been happy with him overall. And again, he had the error in the first inning, first batter of the first game of the season, and he's really honed it back in since then. Hadassah Arias just had her error recently. She struggled early. She's doing better lately. We'll see if that hangs up. We might need to shift to a better defender in left field, just because Baldwin might be used more at third base since Black hasn't been playing well. Brady, fine. He's here for his defense. His offense is doing a little bit here. He scored twice. He's walked once. He's got an RBI. I'm fine with this. Grayweather was really hoping that he could do a little bit more now that he had his trait added, the power versus righties, but he struck out 4 times in 5 at-bats. I think this is just rookie jitters. We'll see if he can shake that off. And then lastly, Pop Ware. Tale of 2 halves of this season, and Volatile is absolutely right so far. He has the 2 home runs. Both came in the last 2 games, 4 RBIs, and 7 total hits. So I'd like to see him get on a roll here. He also lost his mojo back to neutral in his last at-bat as a grounder to third base, but I'm hoping he can get it back quickly and then maybe get on a little bit of a roll. We already talked about Black not getting it done. Bridges really isn't doing much offensively, and Gorgo Mullen had 1 at-bat and he struck out, so it didn't go very well for either of the two bench batters here. Pecorino really hasn't done anything. He filled in at left field, which I think is exactly what we wanted him to do, was just be a serviceable outfielder, and so far we haven't really had to worry about seeing him hit, so I'll take it. Pitching-wise, Doherty got exactly what was advertised. 5 strikeouts to 1 walk. She has allowed 2 home runs, but I think they're both solo shots. So she has only allowed 10 total walks or hits across 7 2/3 innings. So a 1.3 whip is fine. And she's getting a lot of innings in as well. I guess not as many as I'd like. That averages to about 2.2, a little over maybe 4 innings, just under 4 innings per game, which I guess is okay. You want her to get to that point, but either way, Jackman definitely having a tough time. He allowed 1 earned run in the last game, which was way better than his first game. But he still has to kind of get settled in, so hopefully that'll happen next time out. Shiso has been really the ace of the squad right now. 2 wins and 2 starts, going 10 1/3, so averaging over 5 innings per start. 12 hits total, no walks allowed, 8 strikeouts. He gave up 1 home run. He's allowed 2 earned runs total. It's just been a really great year for him. And then Zeke Dickerson drops his ERA down to 2.45, after no earned runs allowed in that last game. The starting rotation is looking really formidable. And when you have Doherty being the weakest of those three starters, that's pretty impressive. Brentwood could get things back sorted out. If not, we might have to look in a different direction here, but I'm hoping he can find things. We also would love to see some development for the 21-year-old, but haven't gotten any opportunities yet. So Hooper, bad in her first appearance, better in her second appearance. All 4 walks were in that first appearance. Then only 1 hit allowed in her second outing, and still hasn't allowed an earned run, but that's kind of unfair to credit towards away from her. Hurley and Owens haven't pitched at all. I'm happy about that. Stiff bottom, 2 of those earned runs were credited back to Hooper for her walks, and then one run was a run he allowed via home run. 3 games started or appeared 5 1/3 innings, and he's pitched pretty well there with 7 strikeouts. So the ERA of both stiff bottom and healthy is much higher than I'd like it to be. We can explain stiff bottoms. We can also explain healthies, because he has not been able to get in with full stamina. He's coming in later in games where he shouldn't be in, and then it ends up not going very well. He's appeared in 6 of 8 games so far, and we really can't afford that. So hopefully he gets another day off. We'll see what happens next time we play against the Heaters. So that's going to wrap things up, I think. There's nothing really going on out here. Shipwright keeps intriguing me, but I keep having to remind myself he is competitive. He is not going to be able to fit on this team. The best player right now that we could consider is Kinsey Salgado at closer. Would have a K collector we aren't interested in. It's Chet Gilbert, who has really low contact and would only play second base. And let's see what else. We have Laurel Lambert. We wouldn't bring her in. Corey Diaz is getting more intriguing here. 4.4 million. Could be a replacement for Grayweather or Mullen. I would probably lean towards Mullen. And we actually save money by making this move. Diaz is a better fielder, but a weaker arm, and can play anywhere. So we could put him in left. We could put him in at third base. We can put him in first. We can move him around. Hitting wise, about the same. I don't know if this one's necessary. I think I want to give Mullen a start next time at third base and put Baldwin back over in left field. And then get Arias back into the DH spot. I really I didn't believe she was going to make an error, and it happened. It's so funny. So I don't know if I would consider Diaz there. There's Peters, who has Sprinter, but it's a tier 1. Decent option, but would be a downgrade hitting wise, and we would only be able to really consider replacing Arias, which I don't think I'm interested in doing. Hammerhead, back to him. No, thank you. Just kind of scrolling through, make sure I'm not missing anything here. We have Axe McLean. We have Wild Thing, but it's only at tier 1. And we could consider him in the bullpen to upgrade one of those 2 spots. I don't know if I'd feel very confident with that, though. Left fielder Scott Wright with bad jumps at tier 3. Bruce McIntyre is a starter. Bailey's a starter. Excuse me. Carter, 2 negative traits. Marty Maynard, 2 tier 1 traits. Swingins with tier 1, tier 3 traits here at starter. Henderson, no thanks. Pinata. Ace Rounder, Butterfingers. If we were to make this move here, It'd be okay. Actually, it's a downgrade everywhere except for arm. Wow, Brady's actually better than I thought. Wouldn't like to have Butterfingers, but base rounder would be nice. It speeds that 53 speed up a little bit more, but then you're probably just getting Brady's speed anyways. Probably faster than Brady actually, but it would require us an additional move where we get rid of a disciplined player as well, and I just don't see that being a viable option for us. So it's not looking like that's going to be an option. And yeah, looking at everybody else, I just don't see anything being a real consideration for us. It would have to be Rojas for Pecorino, and that limits us even more. Huh. Whitaker, no thank you. Chico LaGrange would be interesting if his power was better. And again, another limit in the outfield. I don't see us having really any options right now. Let me know if you see anything that I may have missed. We're at the bottom here with the D's and the C minuses. So I probably don't see any other real option we could consider for the team right now. But if there's anything you think I may have missed, if you have any creative adjustments we could make, feel free to let me know in the comment section. But I think this team is actually in a really good spot, so I don't want to tinker with too much. As you can see, like we said earlier, top team in the league with a 6-2 record. The only other team with 2 or less losses is the Rakers, which are ahead of us in our own division. And we unfortunately get put in the wild card spot. The Heaters are 5-3. That's who we play next. And again, another potential playoff. What am I trying to say? Another scenario. I don't even know. Don't mind my brain fart there, because that was wild how I just completely forgot what my words were. Something we could see in the playoffs are the Tundras versus Heaters in round 1. So this will be a very interesting game that we see next time out. Looking at the schedule, I think it's going to actually get tougher for us. So we have Heaters. Firebirds are a weak team, right? Right now they are 4-5. So we go Heaters, then Firebirds, and then that covers the whole Fire division. Then we come home to play the Chompers, I believe. Yep, we come home to play the Chompers. We go to the Rakers, so we lost 12-1 against last time. Then we play the Foresters and a 2-game set against the Cutters to finish the season. The Cutters are right behind us. The Foresters are 1-8. So it's looking like we have what I would say is, if we have 1 against the Foresters, 2 against the Chompers, and 1 against the Firebirds, that's 4 wins right there. If we get those 4 wins like we were scheduled to or predicted to, that puts us at a 10-2 record. Then, even if we lost to the Heaters, the Rakers, and both games against the Cutters, that puts us at, unless I'm missing one more, no, I think that's it. Then we are still a 10-6 team. I would rather us not go to 10-6. I would rather us go a little bit farther than that. So even if we split the Cutters series, we go 11-5. If we can beat the Heaters with Doherty on the mound, I think that would be viable. And that could make us 12-4. And again, that's assuming we lose to the Rakers, assuming we lose one of the games against the Cutters, which I could see us sweeping the Cutters. We already beat them once in this season. We also know that the Chompers aren't going to roll over and die for us. They can surprise us at any time, and the Firebirds have been a challenge for us in the past as well. So I'm not going to hold my breath and assume anything, but I think we're in a really good spot at 6-2 to put ourselves in a position for a playoff run in the first season with our new manager. So we are halfway through the season. We are in a good spot. I want to see you like the video down below, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and in the comment section, let's go ahead and put a little bit of celebration in there. Give me some confetti, give me some party hats, give me some anything you can think of to just say, hey, you know what, we're having a great season. Very happy with where we're at right now. This was, again, expected to be a transitional year, and the team has really stepped up. So I am hopeful, but of course, we can't predict anything. We can't count our chickens before they hatch. So we'll see what happens next time out. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye, everybody.